Ladies, gamers, and gentlemen, welcome to BelleNOiR's Starcraft 2 casts. Today we have a game for you between WhiteRa and Clyde. So without further ado, let's jump straight in, shall we? So, here we are on Neo Planet S. This is going to be the map that this battle is going to be taking place on, and probably this is a ladder match. Here we see the good lucks and have funs starting to fly about in the chat. Let's introduce these two players. In the lower left position on Neo Planet S, it is from Ukraine, the beast from the east. It is WhiteRa playing the Protoss race in red colors. And his opponent is going to be Clyde, the blue term player here in the top right position. So let's see what these two guys have up their sleeves. Clyde going to be probably opening up with a gas into a Reaper just for that quick scout. It's fairly easy to do on Neo Planet S, whereas I expect, well, there's no telling what to expect, honestly, from WhiteRa. I expect a fast expansion from him, because this is the go-to build for most Protoss players currently at this time in the metagame. But we all know that WhiteRa, more often than not, has some tricks up his sleeve. So there's the barracks going down, and I suspect we'll see a refinery very, very shortly here on 12 supply for the Terran player. And Clyde already warning WhiteRa not to use special tactics. It's not fair. He can't respond to that. There's the 12 refinery going up. And this will make it so that Clyde will have 50 gas just about when this barracks finishes up, so that he will be able to queue up that Reaper straight away. WhiteRa opening up with a gateway going to the second gas. Wonder if he'll end up taking a second gas as well as the first. Probably not, but if he indeed does intend on breaking his promise that he just made to Clyde about not using special tactics, he might as well take that second gas relatively quickly. For the time being, we are only going to see the Cyber Core go down. So this map is fairly difficult. That's why it has been removed in the newest patch of StarCraft. It is no longer present in the ladder. Oh, what have I told you guys? What have I told you? WhiteRa taking a very quick second gas as opposed to getting that expansion up. And should be getting a mothership core as soon as this building finishes up, because he does want to be protected versus the Reaper that is just now going to be coming out of those barracks. There we go, scouting duty for you, Reaper, and the barracks will start building a reactor. We have a command center on the way for Clyde as well. So far, Clyde opening up very standard, which is also quite boring. WhiteRa wanting to expand here, going to hide the probe, probably, because the Reaper is going to be checking that expansion. And doesn't find the probe in time, and it will throw down that Nexus, so not a second delay for Mr. WhiteRa here, but Clyde does end up killing that probe, even though the mothership core of WhiteRa chases the Reaper away. Going to follow things up with a Stalker, and I think we will see a fast robotic facility straight after the first two Stalkers, as soon as Mr. WhiteRa has enough minerals and gas for that. And, well, what is Clyde doing over here? He's going into a engineering base, second racks, so everything looking pretty standard. We're going to see a tech lab being put down right here onto the barracks, second gas being taken, and well, he'll pretty much want to build a bunker, get a factory up, and start his +1 straight afterwards. WhiteRa in the meantime looks like he's gonna go for some gateway based aggression, but this Reaper is going to scout all of that. If it is, well, whoa. Oh no. Alright, so the Reaper has not seen those gateways. Not a very lucky Reaper. WhiteRa managing to zone that Reaper out with his Stalker. Here we see the Stimpak going down for the Terran player. And quite a lot of Marines already on the field, more than enough to fill one bunker here. WhiteRa sending out a single Stalker to scout the premises of the Terran player. Meanwhile, he's getting his robotic facility up for a later game transition, and also as a means of detection for Widow Mines and that sort of shenanigans. So WhiteRa just going to try and take a couple of shots versus these Marines, maybe kill that SCV building that bunker, but Clyde too careful for that, not going to let that happen, and the Stalker has to be really careful. You never want to lose your first Stalker as a Protoss player. Gateways are all finished up though. The observer should be coming out of the robotic facility anytime, and Clyde is going for the move out and to traverse the map. And you know, he saw which way the Stalker retreated. He knows the Stalker went via the south, but he is going to check the top regardless for proxy pylons probably. And Mr. WhiteRa, what are you up to? Are you going? Is he seriously thinking about taking a quick Nexus there? No, going to go with a double forge Colossus. Now this is a really old school build. You need a lot of gas for this, and you need not to take any damage whatsoever during the mid-game phase of the match. Likewise, WhiteRa is going to miss this little poke that Clyde is going to do here. Stimpack is just about to finish. WhiteRa needs to be very fast here. The observer sees the army. WhiteRa, you need to lay down your force fields. Mothership core should be ready to throw down that photon overcharge. There it goes. And this is pretty much all Clyde wanted to do. Just force out that 100 energy so that when he comes back again for round number 2, this time with medevacs, there will be that much less energy for WhiteRa to use. But by that time, WhiteRa should have his first Colossus out and 1-1 finished. Speaking of upgrades, we have +1 finished already for the Terran player, and 3 more racks is being added on before even building a third command center. This is going to be a very, very, very strong push of 2 bases for Clyde. Is WhiteRa going to be able to hold this off? Will he be ready for this? He sees everything he needs to make correct decisions, to make correct calls. Second engineering bay being added on, as well as an armory here for Clyde as he's going into +1 armor. And WhiteRa laying down a very quick Twilight Council in order to go into +2/+2 very quickly here, but he's lacking a third base. He really needs to get a third base relatively soon here. But I have to say, very nice decision making by WhiteRa, adding additional gateways here, as he saw that additional barracks have been added by Clyde. Clyde is going for the push here, and this is the dangerous time. Third base is going up for WhiteRa. Might be denied by the drop. Clyde might even decide to force a cancel on the third base, then go into the main base. No, he's going straight into the main. There are no Stalkers here to intercept these 2 medevacs. At the same time, Clyde is going to keep the rest of his army below, threatening the natural. As soon as the army of WhiteRa moves into the main, the cybernetics core goes down. The Colossus will go down as well. Thermal lenses are researched, but the Colossus falls regardless. And right now, Clyde, well, he's in the saddle. He did all the damage he needed to do. If he could manage to deny the third base, that would be super. Oh, but WhiteRa mismicroing that Colossus as it falls. WhiteRa doesn't have a whole lot of army remaining and missing those crucial couple of force fields. There's a gap in between of them here, and the natural nexus will fall as well. WhiteRa on the ropes, trying to warp in as many units as possible. Charge is only seconds away from being finished, but with that natural nexus falling, he GG's out, says well played, and Clyde is victorious this time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with another game.